Africa has a funny way of humbling those who call themselves kings. If you think the crown of the savannah automatically belongs to the lion, congratulations, you're dead wrong the second they step into the water. Beneath that calm, slow-moving surface lies the absolute turf of a gang that comes with an incredibly cute interface but an absolutely brutal operating system. Enter the giant hippos. Never let their chubby, sluggish appearance fool your eyes. In reality, they are armored amphibious tanks equipped with giant jaws capable of crushing the confidence of any bloodthirsty predator. They are hot-tempered, cranky, eager to pick a fight, and fully prepared to send any uninvited guest straight to the afterlife just for daring to swim past their nap spot. And today, a tragicomedy unfolded when we got three muscular lion bros who decided to test their luck by swimming across a river currently experiencing a hippo traffic jam. The water is murky, eerily quiet to the point of giving you goosebumps. Stepping into the mud is already pure torture for these giant cats, let alone having to wade through a swimming pool packed with underwater mines just waiting to detonate. The tension is suddenly thick enough to cut with a knife. Right after dipping his paws into the cold water, one of the guys suddenly achieves universal enlightenment. Maybe his sixth sense told him that getting the heck out of Dodge was the best strategy. So he pulls a 180 and bolts straight back onto the bank instantly, leaving his two brothers staring in sheer disbelief. It might look like a cowardly move, but it was actually a stroke of genius with a high probability of significantly extending his lifespan. However, the other two stubbornly keep paddling on, with the water up to their chins. Their awkward, flailing strokes make them look exactly like little puppies hitting the pond for the very first time. Unfortunately for them, their deafening splashing wakes up a mob boss who was just trying to enjoy a spa day nearby. You know that feeling when you're taking a sweet afternoon nap and the neighbors ruin it by blasting karaoke? Yeah, this hippo is in the exact same mood, and he decides right then and there to teach these wet cats a harsh lesson in water traffic etiquette. With terrifying power, this multi-ton mass of muscle tears through the waves like a runaway speedboat with broken brakes, churning the water into a massive white spray. Needless to say, the two kings of the jungle are scared out of their minds, their souls practically leaving their bodies. One of them frantically veers off to the side, kicking into overdrive to dodge the incoming rat. But the lead lion isn't so lucky. He gets locked dead in the lethal crosshairs of this meat grinder. Those massive jaws, equipped with razor-sharp tusks, open wide and charge at breakneck speed right on the intruder's heels. The distance from the middle of the river to the muddy bank has never felt so impossibly far. In that do-or-die moment hanging by a thread, with the pitch-black maw just inches away, the Savannah King pulls off a miraculous survival maneuver, twisting and dodging like a professional circus acrobat. The slippery mud on the bank accidentally becomes the perfect launch pad, shooting him straight up onto the grass at warp speed, safely back on solid ground. The soaking wet, bedraggled lion stands with his tail tucked tightly between his legs, chest heaving, looking back at the river with eyes full of absolute terror. Every last ounce of his royal majesty is completely gone, leaving nothing but deep gratitude for his ancestors for having his back today. An unforgettable, profound, and profoundly soggy lesson on what happens when you dare to jaywalk into the wrong lane without looking both ways.